I'm giving the Philippines Football League a 2.1 billion pound TV deal, and then we're going to simulate forward many years into the future to see what happens. So currently, the Philippines Football League is the 38th most reputable league in Asia, behind the Thai third division, the Syrian first division, and 37 other leagues in Asia. So we are going to try to use all of this money to help increase the reputation of the Philippines Football League by making the teams a lot better. So the way we're going to do this is using the in-game editor, and we are going to go to each individual team and edit their club details. We're going to go into finances, go into their income, and then we are going to set up an individual TV deal for each team. So each team in the Philippines Football League is going to get a 300 million pound individual TV deal that renews yearly. So across the Philippines Football League, the 7 teams in the PFL, this is going to add up to 2.1 billion pounds going into the Philippines Football League. So I'm going to do this for the rest of the teams in the PFL, and I will get back to you all once that is done. So we are now done setting up that huge TV deal in the Philippines for each club. So as we can see here with DHC going into their income, they have that 300 million pound TV deal all the way down to United City, who also have that same income. So things that we're going to be looking out for in this save will be, how do Filipino teams do in Asian continental competition? Can we get a Confederations Cup or even an Asian Champions League winner? Can we get the Philippines Football League to rise up competition rankings? And of course, we're going to look at some of the best clubs and see if their training facilities, if their youth facilities have improved. So right now, if we look at the season preview, Kaya is supposed to finish first. So we're going to use them as an example. Looking at their facilities, they're not great. Training facilities 5, youth facilities 2, junior coaching 2, youth recruitment 3. So we're going to see how this might improve over the course of the save. So with that, we are in 2023. I don't expect much to change early on. So why don't we start off by going 10 years into the future into 2033, and let's see what the Philippines Football League looks like then. So take a quick look, 38th in competition rankings, United City current title holders. Let's see what changes. And 10 years into the future, sure enough, not a whole lot has changed. The Philippines has only gone up to 36th in competition rankings. It actually went down to 39th, then back up to 30th. Now we're down to 36th. So really not much has changed at this point in time. Looking at the past winners, it's been unsurprisingly dominated by Kaya, with United City finishing runner-up. I can't say I'm too surprised. Let's look at Kaya. Has anything changed though? Looking at the finances, they have about £1 billion in the bank balance. They have a huge transfer budget. They still have that fantastic income. And they have used it to improve their facilities a little bit. Training facilities are up to 11, youth facilities up to 8. All these things were pretty low. They've all gone up by about 6 points. So it seems like some of it is improving. So we're on the right track here. We're on an upward trajectory. Looking at Kaya though, they haven't won any continental competitions from the looks of it, and neither has United City. So I don't think we have any continental winners from the Philippines yet. And it doesn't seem like a whole lot of transfers are being made for really any money. If we look at the fee, there's not a whole lot of money being spent in the Philippines Football League at this point. It'll be interesting to see. Let's look at Kai and see maybe if the wages have increased. The wages have definitely increased a little bit. At the start of the game, it's like max 2,000 per week. So we are seeing an increase in wages, but not a whole lot. All right, so 10 years into this save, not a whole lot has really changed at this point. So why don't we go well into the future? Let's go 50 years into the future from the beginning of the save. So let's move forward to 2073 and let's see what's changed then. Welcome back. We are in 2073 and a noticeable change. The Philippines are much higher. We are now 15th in Asian continental competition. We've pretty much more than doubled where we were. We were at 38th at the beginning. This is a good sign. Kaya, wow, wow. Kaya has continued to dominate the Philippines Football League. ADT and United City also winning it. But Kaya's our benchmark. How much better have they gotten? Not that much better. Their training facilities were 11 40 years ago. The youth facilities, youth recruitment has improved a little bit. That's a little disappointing with how they've come out. They have over £1 billion. That's a little disappointing. Let's take a look at United City. Are their facilities? Their facilities are okay. Again, they have that huge bank balance. What about Oscar's development team? A team that's essentially built on youth. And again, the facilities, they have a lot of money. Look at those finances. The facilities are potentially the most important thing for improving the club as a whole. And if the facilities aren't improving, I just don't see how much better we can get in the Philippines Football League. Maybe if the facilities aren't great, maybe they're buying players and looking at some of these fees, they're not huge. 108.25. This is the only one over 1 million. Tomoki Yamashita from Tokyo. But they're not, I mean, given that they have £1 billion, 2.5 million is the biggest we're seeing. And really, that's not much. And even these £1 million bids are few and far between and pretty much only being done by Kaya. So maybe at this point, just the reputation of each club probably isn't high enough to bring in top quality players. Certainly, though, now the wages are nuts. 135,000 for Christian Anaba, who's slow. Current ability is 116. Yeah, he probably shouldn't be making that much money. Oh, that's interesting. They have one player who's making a ton of money, and then the rest of them are making peas in comparison. This guy looks a lot better. He's joining Wolfsburg. That's interesting. And sure enough, taking a look at the clubs in the Philippines Football League, I mean, the reputations are national. We don't have any continental, they're all two stars. The reputations haven't improved that much. That tells me they're probably not doing great in continental competition. So let's look and see if we've had any continental winners. So let's start off with the Asian Confederations Cup. This is essentially like the Europa League in Europe. So looking at the past winners, oh, there we go. Oscars in the Philippines. The Oscars development team won the Asian Confederations Cup. United City made the final. ADT actually winning it multiple times. United City making a final. Kaya making a final. It looks like this is something that's happened recently, though. United City making back-to-back, Kaya winning it. Oh, actually had a nice period here as well. So it looks like some Filipino clubs. This is good to see. So this is probably where the rise in competition reputation has come from, is the Asian Confederations Cup. Because we can see here some very good representation from the Philippines. Unsurprisingly, though, at this point, yeah, there are no Filipino winners of the Asian Champions League. So this is 50 years in the future. I was initially going to go 100 years into the future, but I let the simulation run overnight, and it went much further than 100 years into the future. So I say let's just go to whenever it ended, and let's see what it looks like then. Y'all, we made it 150 years into the future to 2173. So we are very far into the future. And unfortunately, if we look at competition reputation, the Philippines Football League didn't get that much better. 3.5 stars is decent, but at this point, we're only 17th position. I think we were 15th last time. So in 100 years, nothing's really changed. Looking at the history from when we last saw, Kaya continued to dominate, but then the Ascal's development team, wow, won pretty, wow. They won a lot of them. The Ascal's development team has since dominated, but we've seen a little bit more parity recently. Maharlika Manila winning. Mendiola, that's my team in my Let's Play series. Mendiola winning. Was that their first one? We get their overview. Oh, they actually won 3. Look at us go. Go Mendiola. Maharlika Manila, United City, ADT, United City, Kaya. So the only team that I think maybe didn't win one was Stallion, but otherwise there's been a lot more parity in recent years, so that's nice to see. So with ADT having dominated for so long, let's look at their facilities. Oh, wow. Oh, their facilities are world class. 16, 20, 18. Wow. They're phenomenal. I'm actually surprised at how good ADT's is. Let's look at Maharaka Manila since they've been kind of the team most recently. They're really good too. I mean, this is like English Premier League level. Kaya, we know how they were before. Uh, theirs is okay. Youth recruitment's excellent. Youth facilities are excellent. Training facilities are excellent. Junior coaching leaves a little bit to be desired. But overall, they've done fantastically well. United City's junior coaching is poor, but training facilities and youth recruitment are excellent. So things are much better 150 years into the future. We are also seeing much higher transfer fees at this point. The biggest one being 14 million for this guy. And I'm going to be honest, isn't great. He's actually 115. The players we were looking at 100 years ago were 116. So they're paying more money for players that are about the same level. That's a little disappointing. The wage structure is so interesting. Yusuf Muhammad, who's who's okay. I mean, he's good for this level, but he's not great. Not world class. Is making £300,000 per week, while everyone else is making way less than half of that, like a fourth of what he's making. The wage structure is crazy. It looks like that might only be Kaya. United City has a much more normal wage structure, and this seems to be more like what it is across the league. I was curious to see if that £2.1 billion has helped the Philippines national team at all. In 150 years, it has not. We still haven't won anything. And a quick look through, we did make the World Cup. We got destroyed in the World Cup, but we were there, and that's all that matters at this point. And the final question is, do we have any further winners of Asian continental competition? Given where we are, I think we'll see some Confederations Cup winners. I'm not confident about the Champions League. So let's take a look at the Asian Confederation Cup. And I don't see anybody from the Philippines here. Oh, we haven't had a Filipino winner in a long time. We don't even have a Filipino finalist for a long time. Where was our last Filipino winner? So our last Filipino winner was 50 years ago in 21-23 with Maharlika Manila. We haven't had anybody since then. That's so sad. Oh, well, in 21-23 we had Maharlika Manila. And even then, we didn't have much previously. Wow. ADT won in 2101. We had so much success in in 2073, we had so much success. And after that, it has been slim pickings for the Philippines. Oh, well, we really, we really haven't done that well. And then looking at the Asian Champions League, honestly, I don't have much hope yet. And looking through, yeah, I think my lack of hope is justified. We do not have, it's been all like Saudi Arabian teams. We don't have a Filipino winner of the Asian Champions League. Oh, wow. I mean, I guess it's a little disappointing to be honest. I was hoping for a little bit better. Well, that was 150 years of the Philippines Football League with a £2.1 billion TV deal. And overall, I think we had more success after 50 years than we did after 150 years. So we had a few winners of the Asian Confederations Cup. We didn't have any winners of the Asian Champions League. And hey, the Philippines, with all this money, they did make a World Cup. So I guess it wasn't all too bad. Well, with that, I hope that you all have enjoyed this video. As always, these are really fun to make. So I hope you all are having a wonderful week. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.